Hello, everybody, and welcome to Outfit Wars 2022 Nexus Edition. We're on Connery, round 3. We're here to see HMRD take on LCOF. My name is Zulfur, and I'm joined by the great iMadHatter. How are you going today, sir?
I'm doing just fine. How are you, my man?
That is amazing. I'm doing good too. I just got poked on TeamSpeak. That's really going to throw me off at the beginning of the stream. It's been a good day. Been a good day. Nice and sunny today here in New Zealand, and 15 degrees Celsius. I don't know what your Fahrenheit equivalent of that is, but it's been warm.
I probably incorrectly just double Celsius to make Fahrenheit, and it probably never works out.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, someone will tell us.
Right.
We're here. I'm here with iMadHatter, and we're here to cast HMRD versus LCOF. So the Drunk Division versus Legion of Coffee. Now these teams are both the bottom of the table, 16 and 17. So none of these teams have won a game. They're both
No.
looking for the win today.
Yes, bottom of the tier smash fest. Both teams looking to prove themselves, get something on the board that they can take home to mama.
That's right. We just don't know who's going to win here today. It's going to be a close match. I've fought both of these guys on live. I've played a little bit with HMRD, and I think we're going to see an even match. Based on the points differential between these two teams, I think we've got an even match. So,
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see what maybe new methods, what have they learned from their defeats, if anything. Maybe they can swirl around and do something different for us.
yeah, well, maybe they have learned something against those better opponents that they've been fighting, and now they're actually got an even game because at this point, all the teams should be roughly in the correct place in the table based on their wins and losses. So, we hope that there's going to be an even matchup today. Anyway, just a quick start again. Just a quick thing about the rule set on Nexus. So it is a 1v1 format. Now, no matter if you're red team or blue team, sorry, gosh, I'm getting mixed up today. No matter if you're NC or TR, because we were just talking about this, you are assigned a red team or a blue team. And in this case, HMRD, who is a TR outfit, is the blue team. And LCOF, who is an NC outfit, is the red team. So we don't have any tags. It's going to maybe take a little bit to get our brains around that, but we will. We could maybe change the team colors over, but that's going to be silly. So no Bastions or Colossus are allowed on this format. All other resources are allowed, so that includes Citadel Shields, that includes Anvils, that includes Orbital Strikes. We've seen a lot of that happen. These teams start on balanced but not mirrored warp gates, and they're going to fight it out to race and cap these neutral bases in the center. They are 2-minute caps, and we'll see a little bit more about those caps in just a second. It is 48v48, combined arms, everything is in play, apart from there is no construction. The teams get a 20-minute prep phase, which they are currently in now. There is 7 minutes left in that prep phase, and that leads into a 45-minute game. To win, you've got to warp gate the enemy by taking that middle home base on each of them, the Nexus base, or hold the most territory at the end of the game to win. Simple as that. Now I'm going to throw you into Nexus, and we're going to have a little look at a few of the bases and how they're laid out, so give you a bit of an idea of what we're going to be seeing today. See you in just a second for some Outfit Wars action. And that is Nexus 2022, ladies and gentlemen. MadHatter's just gone AFK a second. He's just had a newborn child. Congratulations to him and his family for that. So he's going to have to deal with that for just a second, but he'll be back shortly. We are 4 minutes and 40 seconds away from the start of this matchup. I don't know if there's ability to get a prediction up in here, but if you're in the chat today, let us know who you think's going to come out on top. Is it LCOF? Is it HMRD? I don't know. I think if I have to put a prediction on here today, I think HMRD's going to come out on top, but I think it's going to be a close, scrappy game between these two outfits. I think they're very, very similar matched, and I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. Just a quick shout out to Falco. This music in the background right now is produced by himself. That's the same music that you heard on the Nexus preview, which I made. Shout out to Kamikaze, who also doctored that up as well. So we'll maybe hop into game in just a second. I just want to talk a little bit about the Nexus lane setup and the way it works. So obviously you have the 3 home bases. They're held by your faction straight away. 3 middle bases, they're neutrals, so they're not held by any faction. Which means if you hold all 3 points on them, as we saw in that video, they're 3-point bases, they're 2 minute, 20-second fast cap. So it gives you 2 minutes really to cap those neutral bases. What we see is a lot of slogging over these neutral bases in the beginning, a big air battle, and there's a lot of contention for that south side of the map or the north side of the map. We've seen a very different approach from different teams. Lots of teams favor that south map control because it gives them the open field to play on, and other teams favor the north map control because it gives them more areas to operate within the ravines and stuff like that. It is worth noting that we haven't seen a lot of armor gameplay on Nexus. I think that's because of the way the map's laid out. There's lots of skinny ravines and hard to get MBTs up and anywhere to be effective. So, with that said, I think I've seen a lot more harasser gameplay happen. So we may see a little bit of harasser today. We've seen a lot of anvils being used, and a lot of sort of pre-prep anvils and pre-prep steel rains before the game. We'll be able to go look at openers in just a second. So let's get into the cast screen right now. We are minutes away from this clash of 2 outfits from Connery. HMRD is going to be playing TR, but they are going to be blue team today. LCOF is going to be red team, and they'll be playing NC. Just got to make that clear. Sometimes that does happen, and it depends what side of the bracket you actually fall on when it comes to Outfit Wars Nexus. Because, like I say, you are assigned blue team or you're assigned red team. Just looking here at Aztec Satcom Hub, which is sort of the decapitated tech plant, as everybody's been dubbing it. Lots of contention over this because it gives you a nice open field of play to the enemy warp gate over there. Likewise on this side, like I say, it's not balanced, it's not mirrored, but it is balanced. You have equal starting distance from each side. This is Bitter Gorge Garrison, another 3-point base. The points are in a parallel line together. And we see a lot of Reaver action coming across these bridges here. A few sneaky buses here and there as well. Something to note is to watch out on these mountains when we're on these home bases. The people deploy tanks and they'll shoot down onto the base to stop people getting into the action. We can go and look at openers very soon because we are on a 1-minute delay. We don't want to reveal anything. So like I say, these 2 teams are on 15 and 16 in the table. Out here trying to prove themselves today to try and get a win, to climb up to maybe make that top 8 because they still have 1 round next time to try and make it into that top 8. I don't know if any of them can unless they steamroll their next game. But they can definitely climb their way up the table and get a better place. So they're going to be wanting to definitely prove themselves here today on Nexus. We are 1 minute out. We can have a look at what HMRD is going to bring to the table. Now HMRD, TR, blue team, I know, confusing. I'm going to turn my audio settings down so it's not super duper loud for you blowing up your ears. A few maxes, there's a few people in infantry, probably going to see a steel rain there. Interestingly, some MBTs coming out from HMRD. Now, famously, HMRD on Connery playing lots of armor Tanker Tuesdays, Tipsy Tanker Tuesdays. I'm sure they're all in the warp gate, getting shots, ready to go. 30 seconds. We'll go check out LCOF's opener, Legion of Coffee. Legion of Coffee has gone for absolutely no air apart from Ron Reaver, so we've got a full ground thing at play here. So this is interesting. We don't see this often, and we don't see a lot of ground often. Most teams, especially teams towards the top of the table, tend to go for an air-heavy opener. And we saw a Recursion earlier that they didn't do that either. So that tells to me there's a bit of a shift. We're going to get to the middle of the map, and we have match start. We're going to wait for that shield to go down before this match starts.
We're back.
All right, he's back, and he's back for the match start just in time. MadHatter's returned.
Thank you.
We just looked at the openers, and LCOF has a really interesting ground-heavy opener, no aircraft, and Hamid is just rolling out in all mosquitoes right now.
Yeah, mostly mosquitoes. They do have a ground convoy moving out as
Looks
well.
like I heard drop pod / a steel rain potentially happening. I don't know where that landed. Let's see if there's any flips happening right now on the map. We do not have any flips currently. Trying to see what's happening in the air. Let's see this air, and it is about to decimate anyone who's dropping in on Bitter Gorge Garrison. Sorry, not Bitter Gorge Garrison, Argent Pass. And here comes this armor up through the skinny choke point. A few Skyguards in the mix.
Yeah, they're shredding a couple of those Mozzies, but they're just getting out of the way. That's the problem with this canyon, is it's so narrow. If you don't get those Mozzies instantly, they can just fly away, come back, hit you again.
So this whole armor column's choked up in this canyon. This is a really bad place to be for LCOF. They need to get out into the open because these Mozzies have tons of cover. In saying that, well, some mosquito just gets taken out by that anti-air. They are trying to roll buses up through Argent Pass.
They got buses in the main spawn, or not main spawn, but the open air area.
Bürgermeister from Hamid has dropped onto Bitter Gorge Garrison. They are flipping all 3 points on Bitter Gorge. They are flipping all 3 points on all 3 bases. Now, this is the problem with LCOF's armor-heavy opener, is they didn't get anybody onto the bases to flip the points. And Hamid has identified that, and they've just flipped all of the points.
Yeah, this is a complete wipeout across the board, and they need to get out of these vehicles and start getting some caps going, because this is not going to last very long if they don't. Something
we see, and this is the lane smash strategy on the matter, is you wait till that last minute and flip all of the bases, but there's 3 bases to pick from here. And LCOF is just not contending any of them right now.
No, it looks like most of their population might be over at...
Here comes the Hamid armor column. Unit, Rabid. Bunch of the guys, Grunt Life, in there, moving up with the Hamid, the Prowlers, and they're about to meet 2 Skyguards. Well, a Skyguard and a Viper Lightning from the side of LCOF, and all this armor needs to do is just push up and wipe it. They are literally just sitting there waiting right now. They're waiting for the moment.
Completely choked. This is not looking great.
So Hamid's actually doing a really good job of holding that choke point to stop LCOF getting any of their forces into Bitter Gorge Garrison for contention. Meanwhile, there is some LCOF infantry coming into Granite Head Reactor. I don't know if it's infantry or what. Here, there's a single max from LCOF. It's gonna get shredded to pieces by all the infantry in the air to ground. Looks like LCOF actually has a bus up. LCOF has 2 buses up. One's that should be a repair bus, because that would be healing that. But LCOF has a bus up in a pretty dangerous position to try and contest Granite Head Reactor, but there is only 20 seconds left on that point. Max goes in on his own with no support, gets shredded quite easily by the Hamid hold. That bus is still up. I don't know if Hamid knows there's a bus here right now, or if they're not worried about it. Yes, they've just identified it. I've heard the Q spot. Bitter Gorge Garrison will go through in no contention. There is a 50-50 fight, looks like, happening on Zacom Hub. Granite Head Reactor will go through to Hamid. That's the first point on the board for Hamid. Shots, shots, shots. That's what they like to say, by the way. Drunk Division. LCOF has got a few armor pieces, and 2 guys go down to a nasty crossfire from Hamid on the bottom level of this tech plant, or half plant building. Resonade comes out from LCOF, but Hamid has them on 2 angles right now.
Yeah, and I'm still seeing spawns over at Granite Head from LCOF from these buses, but they're about to go down and be done. I just don't think that this worked out for them. They should have moved somewhere else.
Have you got any stats for us, MadHatter?
Yeah, let me see what we got already on the top killer board here. Alright, top killers for both sides. R&DX with 7 and Hammer with 7 as well. 80 proof strategy. Yeah, some names you'd expect to be up there from both teams. Firefly's standout name from Hamid, excellent scrim player. Here comes Hamid now. Sorry, not Hamid. Here comes LCOF now with a few maxes with a spread apart push, but it's not going to be soon enough. Hamid's taken all 3 bases, and they're currently back capping Argent Pass. Yeah, they're just pushing through this, and I mean, LCOF has to get out here and stop this steamroll somehow. Either they need to do a mass stomp out on Argent, or just make a play somewhere, anywhere. Make a move. Come on, Coffee. You know, I got $50 on this game.
So, we're just watching Hamad. Pretty good hold. SBD Hurricane, one of the leaders for Hamad, sitting here on point. Gonna hold it down. They are taking up... LCOF is just pushing across the bridge one at a time. Now, what they really need to do is just wait for a consolidated group and give themselves that 30 seconds on the timer. Burn that time to be a consolidated group to actually maneuver. Hamad doing a really good job at pulling the Cheese Galaxy in here. This is also acting as spawn logistics, but Decimators are going to quickly take that out. Doesn't matter though. Pilot gets out, and here comes the Hamad Armor. Hamad Armor column rolling into place. Now, this is what they're famous for on Connery. I don't know if you know MadHatter, but Hamad run a thing called Tipsy Tanker Tuesdays, where they pull massive armor columns and just drink beer and alcohol and just have a good time.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Goder on Emerald goes through the Revolution. We do Mech Mondays. I'm not sure how much drinking goes on, but sounds like a good time either way. If
you're not drinking in the drunk division, you're not doing something right. Hamad now taking control of Nexus Secure Substation as well on the back cap. LCOF just really nowhere to be seen in this fight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
do they not have do they not have the same amount of players or something, or is there a player pop differential?
Let me check. I'm not even sure if I can find that.
Who's broadcasting the game? Someone's in Yell chat. They can find that out later. I was going to say me, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I'm seeing maybe onesie twosies coming in here from the spawn room, but it doesn't look like they're giving much of a presence over here at Argent Pass. Maybe there's something going on. Nexus Secure, I'm not seeing anything.
Nexus Secure, there's a bit of a skirmish happening. LCOF had a bus up that was towards the spawn point, and they did Hamad managed to wipe it out, but the LCOF infantry did manage to take out a few of those Hamad guys. Hamad comes in, Jeffadino with the double, and Jeffadino giving Panda Zero some of the old London treatment with the shank just there.
Is that what they call it? The London
treatment? Old London treatment.
Jack the Ripper making it happen.
So Hamad's
we got Steel
gonna take
Rain
this.
coming in somewhere.
There is a Steel Rain. Hamad will probably take this. I just don't think LCOF had enough players in this match. It just seems like they don't have enough players. And if they do, I don't know where they are.
Yeah, maybe that's something that happened. I mean, at the start, I mean, we had plenty of... okay, here's a drop coming down.
Here's a drop. Big Steel Rain. Hamad hasn't realized yet. I just saw one of the Hamad squads run across the bridge, and they're going to be flanked from behind by this LCOF squad. Let's see what they can do with these maxes here. LCOF must have heard me, and they've taken some time to collect some maxes and drop together. And now they're making a push onto door 1 on this powerhouse. There is a few Hamad members in this building, but not enough to hold against this many maxes, I'd say. So all LCOF just needs to push in here right now and use this as superior force.
They got to get out of that fatal
They've got to get out of that doorway and just get those max guns in front of them.
They almost have the stairs.
Here they go, here they go. They came in from a different angle. That's good to see. Well done, LCOF.
Okay, that point is starting to flip on A.
But here comes the mighty Hamad. They're pushing in. Jeffadino leading the charge. I believe one of the squad leaders for Hamad.
Oh, one of their last max suits goes down. Last one goes down. I think they might have one more on the point. Nope.
Hamad do a really good job at collapsing on all the points through the doors there and just decimating that thing. But nice play from LCOF. They had the right idea. Nexus Alpha has already been flipped because Argent Pass managed to go through.
Yeah, and so I mean, we're just going to be sitting on Nexus Alpha for the rest of this. I don't know if they're going to be able to do anything else.
No, I don't believe so match either. Unless that they have some orbital strikes up their sleeves that they can probably use to dislodge this push and then push out as a team. That's about the only thing they can do right now. Trying to contend for Nexus Secure Substation while your Alpha's going, I don't know if that's a good idea. Hamad's probably going to take that anyway, so you might as well use your time to regroup and take your Alpha back, because we know these buildings are notoriously hard to break. You have to give it at least a few attempts to break these holds. There's lots of entrances you
Alphas and Omegas, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of entrances you can contend with as well. It's just about where you want to go into. Hamad has a bus set up. They're defending it with some prowlers, doing a good job there holding the area. Here comes LCOF with a push, though.
Okay, LCOF coming out here. Let's see if we've got any max units.
There's some max units in here. There was very weak hold from Hamad on the point, so LCOF will resecure this point.
Okay, they're pushing in.
Here comes an orbital strike from Hamad. This is a blue orbital. That's gonna kill. That's maybe gonna kill the 1 or 2 maxes they managed to pull. I don't think many made it to the point. It does kill that
Okay,
max.
looks like another orbital strike trying to take care of that bus.
Medic does survive, though. Is that an LCOF orbital strike?
I think both of those are. Well, no, I've got.
One was an
both,
LCOF,
so.
one was an LCOF, one was a hammer, one was blue, one was red. But
Gotcha,
LCOF's still in control at this point, doing a good job holding it down. I worry that they are only holding one door right now, though. I like to call this the Pirates of the Caribbean defense strategy. You know, when they're running from side to side on the boat. That's kind of the strategy that they're employing right now. It's not a bad one if you get your strongest players at the front and you just have everybody rotate back and forth.
Oh, we've got a few maxes from Hammered coming in.
Here comes Hammered in a big way. They have 3 maxes, Mercies on board. They have plenty of support units in here. This LCOF hold doesn't look too good right now for them. There's some C4 going off. Oh no! Boar Ape Yacht Club just C4'd himself live on stream, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh no! Jefferino is coming through with that max suit.
Jefferino in the max suit. He's got some speakers on the back there. He's playing the tunes, or their wheels actually. He's Transformer. He's an Optimus Prime. Nexus Alpha's defended. However, not...
They've held it, but here comes the flip again already.
If LCOF held on for a longer... If LCOF maybe held on for another 10 seconds, they could have maybe started the back cap to prevent Hammered getting on point here, but Hammered has arrived in a big way. There'll be shots in chat or at the end of this game, I'm pretty sure, regardless if they win or lose. It is 8 points to 1 right now. Is there anything interesting happening outside iMadHatter?
We've got Mozzies that were holding down the point. We got a drop coming in. I think that's from Hammered, though. Yeah, there's a couple Mozzies trying to hold down this spawn room so they can't get out. That's the most interesting thing right now. They're locked into the spawn room trying to push out. They got a few tendrils out, but it looks like this might be a spawn room cap. Yes,
so if we look at the main kills breakdown, we can see the breakdown of infantry kills to max kills to armor kills, and it's fairly even across the board. LCOF is slightly a few more max kills because that's Hammered pulling more maxes and them dropping orbital strikes on that as a result. And that would be expected. Nothing unexpected there. Here comes another orbital strike from LCOF. That's meaning, unless they're crafting another one, that's going to be probably the last one in this game.
Oh no, steel rain drop coming right down. They hit the orbital strike, the steel rain drops.
No, they hit the timing perfectly on that one. That can work.
That was amazing.
That steel rain and orbital can work. I don't know if that was timed properly, but that was good timing, and it worked to a certain extent, but looks like that infantry's getting mowed down on the roof, and LCOF dropped and they all went in different directions. It just doesn't seem to be the cohesion that Hammered has.
That's the perfect word for what they're missing. Cast of their last match, and it was the cohesion that they weren't keeping anything together. There didn't seem to be any uniformity, and I hate to rack on the guys because I don't know them that well, other than watching a couple matches. But just being able to keep their team together and move as one, it seems like it's more often the proof against him that they don't do it as often as they should. Like when they do, it's a big deal, and you get excited. But they don't do it often enough.
When they do it, it's successful, and it works. And I think as a team they'd be a lot stronger if if anybody from LCOF is watching this VOD, group up in the spawn room, take that extra 30 seconds, and make the push as a team, because it's going to be a lot more effective. Push through different angles. It's the best advice I can give, without sounding too condescending.
All right, here comes another orbital strike. Let's see if they do anything.
It's a Hammered orbital strike, but it doesn't hit much. Well. It doesn't hit much.
Seeing Champion Dark Operative flying through the air.
Dark Operative is the leader of LCOF. Hammer doing a really good job at controlling this game right now. They're moving so nicely as a team. Now, lots of people know that they're at the bottom of the table. They haven't been the strongest team this outfit was, but they're looking really good today.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're finding those opportunities. And there have been a lot of them, but they've been able to capitalize them really well. I mean, when the flip went through on Argent Pass, they were on top of it. They were on Nexus Alpha already trying to flip it while they were still holding down Nexus Secure Substation.
There's some espresso shots being yelled in chat for Hammered because of Legion of Coffee, Drunk Division. Espresso martini shots maybe is the way to go.
Yeah, I think maybe if LCOF had a few more espresso shots, they might have been able to pull this one through. We've got 3 minutes, 35 seconds roughly left on this, and they have time. They do have time to get something together and to do something. But
I don't think LCOF has a full team here, because it looks like they're all grouped up in the spawn room, and they only have 36% population on this hex, and they don't have any other pop in any other hexes right now, apart from the warp gate, which is 1 to 12. And I think it's one person.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought maybe Granite Head Reactor, but...
Here comes LCOF as a team. Look at that. They heard me. They've grouped up as a group. They are running into...
There we go.
They're running into a lot of fire from Hammered. They're not making it very far. Lots of people going down. The Maxes didn't lead that charge on all the sides, and that's hurt them a little bit. Hammered is falling back, though.
Got an umbrella up.
Right, Resonates come out from LCOF. Can they make anything happen right now? They do have 2 or 3 more pushes on this base, though. It's more about how much they're hurting for nanites at this point.
Yeah. I mean, those max suits, when you get into a game like this where you only have those 45 minutes, those max suits can become expensive. But we still got a few of them up. Maybe we can get the medics, and engineers would be very useful right now to heal these max suits. Yeah,
definitely. But they are sustaining through this. What they need to do is just steamroll forward. They just need to steamroll forward and make Hammered collapse back inside.
Unfortunately, Hammered also has a lot of max units out here. I mean, comparative to how many I've seen, used in other matches, they have 4 or 5 at least. Yeah,
there's definitely a max differential on Hammered, so I definitely have a few more. I'm just gonna yell chat them the VOD link. There you go. Twitch.tv/Planeside Battles 2 is where we're streaming this game today. I linked it in chat so they can, so the Hammer guys can see this afterwards.
Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you hate to see it. You'd love to see like a really tough, hardcore match battle back and forth. But every now and then, watching one of these absolute slaughters is kind of enjoyable. Maybe I'm just
and for Hammered, who is second to last on the table, to be doing this, it must be a really good feeling for them to come out here today and win like this. I don't think this game is going to be going any other way. I don't think LCOF has the pop for this match. I just don't think they have enough population. I think that's what's done it. They were just out-pop this whole game.
Yeah, but you know what? You have to give them some credit for knowing, hey, we don't have the maximum population.
Oh, here comes LCOF with this flank, dropping off the side, using there's a Citadel shield from Hammered, but they're coming on the side.
But those Mozzies are coming right down to give him what?
That pilot jumped out, tried to take out a few, gets taken out himself. Here comes LCOF on a wide flank right now. Last push of the game, probably.
Gordon Freeman here is watching the backside of these guys, making sure nobody sneaks up from behind him. It looks like Hammered might be running back inside.
Looks like Hammered has seen the flank coming, and they've rotated, and they're going to collapse on us. Here comes the ground pounded. Combined arms right now, using the infantry and the aircraft at the same time. That is some combined arms. GG's going up in chat. So that'll be...
that was the last push, yeah.
That was the last push. I don't think they're going to make anything happen here. Fantastic work from LCOF for coming out today and playing, and I think there were a few members down. Like I think there were at least 10 players down by the looks of the pop difference.
Oh man, yeah.
And that's rough. So props to LCOF for coming out today and playing and well done for Hammer. This is going to go through in 15 seconds unless something drastic happens in the next 10 seconds. Here comes Dark Operative on his own on a flank by the looks of it. The few of his friends. I can see him name tag through the thing. 4 seconds and this match will be over.
Yep, and that's a Hammer Drunk Division victory. Way to go, Canadians. You did a great job.
So yeah, that is GG.
Mad props to LCOF though.
That is
mad props to coming out knowing, hey, we don't have the guys. We're still going to make an effort. They didn't stop fighting, and that's what I can respect about them. 0-3. They got the next match on lock, I think.
Yeah, I think if they their cohesion was looking a lot better than previous weeks. They actually got it down towards the end there, where they were pushing in as groups and making some headway. So good work to them. Yeah, so we're just gonna wait to see if any of them would like interviews. I'm gonna say I just sent them a message saying they can come in a second.
Gotcha. And let me
just go back into Observer Cam and let these guys represent. So we're in Sanctuary. I'm gonna say Jeffadino is welcome to
wake up.
come up.
All right, I'll be cycling through a couple of
We'll see if we can get a representative from LCOF. If anyone from LCOF's listening, PSB team speak.
User joined your channel.
I don't know if any of the other Hammered people know how to get here.
Team speak and then PSB, but hey, that's okay. Well done, Jeff Adino. I saw you give someone the old London treatment live on stream.
Oh boy. I'll be very interested in watching this one back. There was a lot of tactical nuance in that battle you just witnessed.
Rabid seemed to have made it.
There we go.
So, congratulations, Hammered, on the one. We got Jeff Adino from Hammered. What was your role in the match today? Were you just a squad lead?
User joined your channel.
Yep, so that is correct. I was a squad lead for our slightly less casual infantry squad.
Slightly less casual.
We would have been setting up back caps and doing point holds and all that stuff.
Looks like I'm in the right spot. Casual, gotcha.
Yeah, that's
slightly less casual.
So not quite the sweaty squad.
Not quite the sweaty squad. It could have borderlined. I was unfortunately and tragically sober for this whole match, so that was one thing I will look to improve on for next match. But
that's an instant ban hammer then, right? Like you're gone, you're out of the outfit.
I'm really worried I'll probably lose my position within the outfit over that, but
It's okay, as long as he can get a buddy to cover off his drunkenness for him, and Jeff, I got you covered. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Rabbit, I appreciate you.
I just want to touch a little bit. What was your guys' opening strategy? I saw a lot of air, and you had to come against a lot of LCOF armor in the beginning of that game. What was the call when you were like, oh, they have no aircraft, what do we do? And Rabbit from Hammered as well, what was your role in the match?
I was the Tipsy Tanker Outfit Wars squad.
So you were the tanks I saw holding massive choke points and stopping LCOF from getting in anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. We went to the opposite side of the map than we did the last 2 times, and if it had been more of a mass situation, that would have got really ugly, but we just had so much more armor than they did, we were able to just arm wrestle our way through.
Yeah, and you guys played really well. You guys played really cohesively. So I just want to touch. What was your opening plan? Was your opening plan to take all 3 bases in the beginning or not?
So we had kind of a bit of a split going on that we had, I guess I could briefly on our platoon structure. So we had Jeff's quasi-sweaty-ish squad. We had my tank running, my squad running tanks and a couple pilots, dedicated pilots. Then we had 2 squads that I was calling the militia squad, and that's just play infantry, show up when I'm yelling on outfit comms to show up, and then their squad leaders tell them what to do. We sent a militia squad to each of Bitter Gorge, and I'm blanking on the name of the very center base, but that base. And then Jeff was causing trouble at the tech plant base, but also supporting the other 2 as required. Like, his guys are much better at moving around quickly. They have lane smash experience in that, so they can actually do that. So yeah, we were going for 2 out of 3, because 2 matches in a row of trying to all in on one base and just delay 2 others, it went very badly for us both times. So this time we tried to go for 2 bases instead of 1, and then just shifted as required from there.
That sounds like a perfectly solid strategy, and you guys deserve a win today. As you know, I'm a big fan of you guys, so I'm happy you went out there and killed it. Props to LCOF. I think they had a bit short population though, didn't they? It seemed like they didn't have a full platoon.
Noticing that as well, that like, hang on, this is the home base fight.
Yeah, and there's only 40% or whatever. So props to LCOF for coming out fighting tonight. Yeah, I mean, said and done. Hammered dominated that game from beginning to end. Played excellently. Anything you guys want to say? Any questions, iMadHatter as well?
All from my end is just GG to LCOF, and thank you so much to the streamers for shedding some light on it.
Yep, no worries. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. I did catch a few funny moments. We've got Wealthy Llama who's coming in. We can maybe give him an opportunity to speak as well. Matt, did you have any questions?
I can put out the wording. Oh, there's Wealthy. Cool. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, I'll just echo what Jeff said. I'm real proud of how my team performed tonight, and I also want to shout out a GG to LCOF. Thank you for giving us a match to play.
Wealthy Llama, welcome. Congratulations on the victory. You guys deserve that. What was your role?
I was Bravo squad lead.
Excellent. And what was Bravo squad? Remind me again.
Bravo squad was an infantry squad that jumped around like 3 times.
That's good. Anything you would like to say to the stream before I hand it over to iMadHatter if he's got any questions?
Bravo squad carried the entire Hammered match. Bravo squad best squad. Shout out to my boy Water Bottle Flip Pro.
iMadHatter, are you there? Have you got anything to add? I think you might have gone.
No, I mean, excellent job. Yeah, I do have to run grab the kid here in just a second, but no, excellent job, guys. I am looking forward to seeing how you guys go into your, what is it, third, fourth match?
Yeah,
What are we coming up on?
Yeah, the fourth match. So it'll, I don't, if because you guys stomped at it, you do have a chance of getting into the top 8, by the looks of it. 706.
All right, I wasn't sure exactly how the map. Yeah, it's still in the cards to come out of this 2-2, and I'm not sure how exactly that goes with the standings. I think it'll partially depend on other matches, but
yeah, it depends how.
That's what I also told the guys going in, like as we were gearing up, and people were kind of wondering, like, okay, how is Hammer going to look in Outfit Wars at all in the pre-season? You know, I'm telling the guys, I know we're a community outfit. You know, we try to be as welcoming as possible. We're not screening for stats before we let people in or anything like that. So I know it won't be, you know, Hammered versus Recursion or whoever else is going to be there going for the final and the Connery Championship. You know, I know that. And I just said, hey, guys, get me into the top half. Get me one playoff game, and I'll be very happy.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to strive for. You guys have been there before last season. You were quite high up last season.
Yeah, we played in the bronze match and came in second out of that, unfortunately, which was a bit disappointing after having pulled such a massive point lead early in the match, but it happens. Cyanide last year played a great game. Vikings of Connery also played a great game, and it was honestly like the first couple matches, as happens when you're sorting out who's who. First couple matches were quite one-sided, but then as the tournament got into swing, I had a lot of fun last year, and I'm glad to be doing this again.
We also got triple teamed last year when we nuked ourselves. So, you know, there was that. Only outfit to get triple teamed. Other people complain about getting double teamed. We got triple teamed. So
yeah, maybe you should consult the amount you had to drink before the game for that, because you probably brought that upon yourselves.
Clearly not enough, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, that was a drunken fat fingering incident, and the guy who did it actually, unfortunately, wasn't with us today, and that's probably why we didn't self-nuke.
You guys did some pretty good on-point nukes today. I think I'm good there to wrap it up. I think it goes without saying, though, can we get some shots for Hammered in chat?
Shots!
All right, congratulations to Hammered.
Classic.
Thank you to iMadHatter for being amazing co-caster, and congratulations on the newborn baby as well.
Thanks. Yeah. Anything you want to say there, Amelia? No, she's good.
Yeah, she's good. She's
looking at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Hammered, way to go, guys. I did have a quick question, if it's all right, if nobody's in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay. So going into this one, obviously you had a particular strategy. Kind of hard to test against, you know, a 2/3 strength outfit. Is there any changes? I'm not sure if you already went over this. Is there any changes that you would make going into assuming that you're going to have a full strength competitor next time? Are there any changes you want to make to your strategies?
So I think I can touch on that a little bit. So one of the things that we've been trying to do with our strategy is not, you know, like Rabbit said, we're a community outfit. You know, we're not screening for stats. We're not, you know, requiring people to come to trainings. And one of the things that's in our minds helpful for just the people who are showing up and the people who are squad leading is not to make massive changes to the plan, but just kind of slowly tweak it when we see what does and doesn't work. So next match, here's some info for whoever we end up playing. You will probably see something very similar to you saw tonight. Just because, you know, if people know what's going on, we feel it's better to somewhat well execute a plan that everyone knows, even if we all know it, than poorly execute some convoluted, you know, wacky opener or something like that. So it'll probably be pretty similar. I don't know, Rabbit or Wealthy, if you want to add any color to that.
Just a little bit. I would say that the capability that we've all had and the Hammered leadership to really address problems and talk together and figure out what's going to work and what won't. This match was a blowout in a way that we've been blown out, you know, in our previous 2 matches, even worse. So I would say it's a pretty indication of the strength of our plan. We've got a couple contingencies, and this plan worked even against a 3/4 strength outfit. This plan worked a lot better than our last 2 matches. So we're excited to, for sure, tweak and improve upon that.
Congratulations, guys. Absolutely.
Yeah, well done. Good job.
I'm happy for you guys. Happy you got to win. The Recursion v FIFA match is just about to kick off on PlanetSide Battles 1. So we also have TTA vs Go Hard Gaming in progress as well, but Recursion vs FIFA, that's the #1 spot game. Go check out PlanetSide Battles 1, but from me and iMadHatter and everyone from Hammered, that is all we've got for today. So thank you very much for watching. Congratulations to Hammered. Thanks for LCOF for coming out and playing. Really shows good sportsmanship there. So check out the game.
Well done.
We'll see you next time and in the games tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.